Today on the Bear Movie Guy looks at The Invisible Man. It's Classic Tuesdays. Let's see what he thinks of it. Brought to you by the Bear Movie Guy. Hi, I'm the Bear Movie Guy, and this week on Classic Tuesdays, we're looking at H.G. Wells' The Invisible Man. The Invisible Man was a 1933 movie directed by James Whale, starring Claude Rains and a bunch of other people. Let's talk about it. Wait a minute. Something's wrong. I really gotta stop getting into character for these movie reviews. Hold on. That's better. Hi. Now you can see me. So yeah, this is part of Universal's Monsters, and you think the Invisible Man is not really a monster, he's an invisible man, but actually he kind of is, because he turns into a monster by the things he does. Now let's get to it. The Invisible Man is about Dr. Jack Griffin. He's figured out how to become invisible by science. There's like a plant or something, and you inject it into yourself over enough time and you disappear. The movie kind of starts with him going to an inn, and he's all bandaged up, and he's got a trench coat and a hat and all that kind of stuff. He just wants a room to be left by himself and work on his experiments, because he's invisible, which is kind of cool. It already starts with him being the Invisible Man. Say he starts out invisible, and he just wants to go to this little inn that's about 50 miles away from his house to figure out how to turn back from being invisible. And then he thinks he's going to sell his formula to the world and become rich and powerful and have like invisible armies of people and stuff. Basically, he goes nuts. The plant that he used to go invisible actually kind of makes you nuts also. He didn't know that. He turned invisible. Now he's an invisible nut guy. The problem is he goes to an inn that has the most busybody innkeeper in the history of film. She's always wanted to come in and see what he's doing, what experiments he's doing, giving him lunch, and he just loses it and goes nuts on her, which brings the cops. So the Invisible Man gets all naked and throws stuff at the police and runs away and causes lots of havoc. And there are some movies basically about him trying to get back to being not invisible. And he has some friends that are trying to help him, but at the same time, he's going nuts. And he does a few things that are completely nuts, and you're afraid he's going to kill you if you're his friend. And the police are trying to figure out, how do we catch an invisible man? Because he's invisible, and it's actually really funny. I gotta tell you, this is a really great movie. The effects are spectacular, and I mean spectacular. They look incredible. When you consider when they were made, they look incredible. When you look at them now, they still look really good. I'm shocked. I've seen invisible effects on TV done nowadays, and in some movies, that are nowhere as good as this. They had to sometimes film 5 different layers of film to make it work. But it was awesome. It's really incredible. Claude Rains does a great job as the voice. Half the time he's a voice, because he's naked and running around invisible and knocking people off bikes. He was such a fun villain. He's a monster because he's going nuts. He actually derails a train because he can. That's pretty monsterific. Add to that James Whale's immaculate directing. He did this between the Frankenstein movies, and you have an amazing film. I was totally shocked at how great this was. It is truly a masterpiece. It's really a lot of fun. Claude Rains does a great job with the voice. It's funny, it's smart, and I've never seen a better Invisible Man movie. Get it? Okay. I highly recommend you check this out. I give it 4.5 beards out of 5. It's a really good time, and it's a part of history. This is something you need to see. This is The Invisible Man. If you ever want to hear about Invisible Men movies, this is the one that started it all. And it's the benchmark that all of them are graded against. Let me know, have you seen The Invisible Man? Wait for it. Now you got it. See, have you seen it? Never mind. Thanks for watching. And until next time, stay bearded, everyone. You're watching the Bearded Movie Guys, Classic Tuesdays. The Invisible Man is fantastic. You really gotta see him to believe him, you gotta not see him to believe. You gotta watch the movie. Yeah, that's it. Subscribe and tell your friends. And as always, you'll told safely. The dog is barking, still barking, barking so much.